I'm co-founder and CEO of CarbonSuite, and in this video, we'll take a look at the sustainability journey with CarbonSuite and how the different modules within CarbonSuite will help to guide you through the different stages in your sustainability journey. So I'll start this video by sharing a slide deck over here. So our sustainability journey, what does that mean, and what are the different stages throughout the CarbonSuite process? So we categorize the sustainability journey into really 6 steps or 6 stages based on the amount of data that's available, where you're at in your own digital transformation process, and things like that. So the first step is typically a materiality assessment, and what this can do is it'll give you an understanding of where you're at on your sustainability journey and allow you to understand if you're under any mandatory reporting requirements for reporting sustainability information. Now, the step 2 is going to be where you set your baseline, and each of these steps is associated with a CarbonSuite product or service offering. So you're setting your baseline is really going to be focused on your corporate emissions and environmental reporting. So with our corporate carbon accounting Suite app module, you're able to automate the reporting of your scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions, and as well as track other environmental data like wastewater and energy to get some basic reporting about your environmental footprint and really have it automated in your NetSuite ERP system. From there, your step 3 will be your reporting foundations. So what that means is, after you've started to collect and understand your company's sustainability footprint, that's really where we start to align your requirements with mandatory reporting frameworks or potentially voluntary reporting. So this is where you get into, you might have heard the term ESG, environmental social governance reporting, CSRD, ASRS, California mandates. These are different reporting mandates essentially that require you to report your sustainability information. So after you've done your materiality assessment and you set your baseline, that's when you start to really get into the reporting and disclosure. From there, the step 4 is your value chain optimization. So what you can do after you've kind of had your basis set and your reporting taken care of is you can really start to dive into your value chain or your supply chain. Sometimes it's a similar concept as your supply chain, and start to understand the sustainability impact and use our tools to drive additional value and management with your suppliers within your value chain. From there, the step 5 is going to be focusing on your product level insights. So if you are a product-based company, especially, you can use our product carbon accounting module to help understand the environmental impact of individual products and really use that information to drive sustainable design within your products and drive forward reporting for things like product footprints, environmental product declarations, product passports, these kind of things. And it is a journey, right? So you're continuously improving. So with you have a series of partnerships in our services network that can help you to really manage all these different areas and drive additional value from your sustainability reporting as you continue to grow and mature in your journey. So I'll just briefly go through each one of these steps and slides throughout the process, and we'll take it one by one. So within your materiality assessment, what you're going to be focusing on is really mapping stakeholders, identifying risks, mapping your value chain, and defining your ESG strategy. So this is where you get the big picture of where are we at with our sustainability journey? What are material risks to our performance? What stakeholders could those affect? And how do we need to report and disclose this information to be able to meet the mandates, but to also drive additional business value from it. So then your step 2 is really where you set your initial baseline. And our product, like I mentioned before, to cover this is our corporate carbon accounting module. This is where a lot of our customers start off. So what they'll do is they'll use the corporate carbon accounting suite app within NetSuite to start understanding their environmental footprint, which is really in the end where most of the high volume quantitative data comes from in your sustainability reporting. So we've got features that really help automate this process. So we have an AI tool that's able to automatically extract data from your NetSuite ERP records, eliminating that manual input. We can map using our intelligent emission factor engine. We can map your data to relevant environmental emission factors. And then you can very easily from this data disclose information within the GHG protocol or within the GRI, the Global Reporting Initiative frameworks, and plan some initial work around your emission reduction strategy. So the corporate carbon accounting module is really going to be focusing on environmental impact reporting. And again, it uses, for the most part, data from your NetSuite ERP system as much as it can. Within step 3, you have your reporting foundations, and the product that we have that supports this is our sustainability disclosure module, right? So this is where you've collected your initial data and you need to start disclosing the information either to mandatory reporting frameworks or voluntary reporting, getting ready for more detailed disclosures. So what we can do with this module, and again, we'll have demos in this series that take you through how the modules work. But basically what this does is it collates and collects all of your different sustainability and ESG data from NetSuite, from CarbonSuite, but can connect also to other systems, HR, supply chain, operational systems. And it can use that data to map your reporting to various different frameworks, again, whether they're voluntary or mandatory. So this really starts to provide that audit traceability within your workflow and help you to further drive materiality assessments within your sustainability reporting. Fourth, we've got our value chain product. Again, this extends and enhances your ability to operate within the sustainability data collection within the module. So what you can do and kind of the options with the value chain module is, number one, the spend-based hotspot analysis. So that actually comes with the corporate carbon accounting module. You can very easily and quickly identify your environmental impact, your footprint from how much you've spent with specific suppliers. So this can kind of give you a baseline and identify hotspots with high impact vendors. But then really what you want to do from there is you want to dig deeper and you want to get more detailed information from your suppliers, from your value chain. So what you can do with this module is you can actually collect primary sustainability data from suppliers, customers, any other partners that you have within your value chain, and you can get more specific when you're modeling your emissions data. So from there, you can again enhance your scope 3 and your supply chain data collection, and then we can integrate with other third-party databases to make it more accurate. So the idea is that when you get into step 4 on your journey, you're starting to go deeper and map your value chain to further understand not just the impacts from your own operational emissions, your own operational boundary, but outside of that into your value chain to figure out where you can drive more sustainability impacts within your value chain. Fifth is our product level insight. So this more generally applies for companies that are making physical goods. And so what this module allows for is creating what is called a lifecycle bill of materials in the system, and then mapping the different life cycle stages for individual products. So really, in how this distinguishes from other modules, product carbon accounting, for example, compared to corporate carbon accounting, is that this will focus more specifically on the environmental impact of individual products that you sell. And so customers that we see using this are either disclosing this information to their own value chain, their own customers and vendors, or they're using it to drive more detailed and more enhanced product design to help with those types of disclosures and business value add. So within the product carbon accounting module in this step 5, you're going deep. Now you've gone into your value chain, but you've also dug deep into the product lifecycle and understanding kind of the full impact of products that you buy and sell. And again, step 6 is all about continuous improvement. So I'll just leave this on the screen as we kind of wrap up the video here. But these are the different modules and features that CarbonSuite offers. And we really have this full package of products and services to help guide each stage of your sustainability journey with our automated tools. Okay. So that's it for this video. Hope it was informative and kind of mapping out the different stages of the sustainability journey and how the CarbonSuite products can help guide each of those stages depending on where you're at in that journey. So stay tuned for more videos in this series, diving deeper into each of those features, and hope we'll see you more.